Hey there guys, we finally got the Fire Two-Handed Greatsword for Ifrit Rain today from his event. Now I'm going to be taking him to the Demon Wall to give him a try to see how he compares to, for example, Bart's and Ashura Axstar. My Bart's clear took 20 turns, my Axstar clear took 17 turns. We're going to try it with Ifrit Rain. The rest of the team is the exact same as the Ashura clear. If you want to see more information about that, you can look at that clear. I'm not going to go over it too much. It's literally the exact same with no changes. Ifrit Rain, though, is different. We've now got his two-handed greatsword, which is not enhanced, unfortunately, but it's fire element. Other than that, he's got status immunity, some attack, and some earth resist on Golem. I don't have any killers for him because I don't have the stone killer materia, which sucks. But Hebro does, and his Ifrit Rain is almost the same as mine. The difference is he does have the killer materia, which is going to help a little bit, slightly more killer than mine. So let's give it a go. I'm not going to go over the mechanics of the fight too much. I've got 2 or 3 videos of the Demon Wall on my channel at this point that kind of go over the fight in more detail. This is more just to do the fight and see how Rain compares. So we're going to Dispel on turn 1 and just re-raise Warrior's Light, even though he's not going to die. We're going to break with Elephum. Turn 1 we need Earth Resist with Charlotte. We're going to do Mitigation with Warrior Blight. And Rain is going to use his Limit Burst to apply an Imperil on turn 1. So pretty standard. You know, I've done this fight quite a few times now. It's kind of getting into a pattern. I actually like the Demon Wall to test new units because it's super tanky. Like if you take a new unit to something like an old trial and it dies in 3 turns, you can't really get a feel for him. So we need to hit the boss with Gravity and heal. Warrior of Light will do physical mitigation. Charlotte will. Let's see if we can get Rain's or Charlotte's Limit Burst here. We probably won't, but we might. You never know. Are we gonna get your limit, Charlotte? We didn't. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll just use regular cover. But yeah, Demon Wall is a real nice trial to test out new units because you need tankiness. You need to use some slots for survival. As you see, like the wall hits really hard, and he's still super tanky. Now, the wall isn't that friendly to Ifrit Rain because there are some dispels, and it kind of wastes his Imperil. He's got to use his Limit Burst again more than he should. But then again, most fights are not a fight you can just sit there and freely DPS every single turn like nothing matters. What are we going to do on this turn? Let's do that with Elephant. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, the boss didn't buffer anything, so we'll just heal with him. And let's have Fina do a Shining Cheer and a Mana Regen. So this is Rain's nice first turn. The boss was at 95%, and now he's at 83%. We did 12%. That's pretty good for you to do 12% in 1 turn. Now this fight is a little bit easier with true dual wield units. Like, even though Bart's has much less damage than Rain, he can actually stack killers all the way to like 280% pretty easily, whereas it's harder to stack killers on Rain. So the boss put his barrier up. We've got to dispel that and heal. And this is the problem with the fight for Rain, is these dispels, we have to like waste a turn, so to speak, with his Limit Burst. Like, his Limit Burst isn't terrible or anything, but it's really not a big part of his damage. So let's do Earth Resist with Elephum, and Warrior Blight will just put up Physical Mitigation. Yes, so that turn was only 3% damage, where if we could have used our regular chaining, we would have done 12%. So, yeah, it's only like a quarter of his damage to use his Limit Burst. But that Imperil is really important. So, we did it. Alright, so we're going to push a threshold this turn, probably at 70%, which means we're going to get Dispelled the turn after. Here comes the wall. Let's go ahead and use LFM to buff attack so that after the dispel, it reapplies the attack buff for free. And let's chain. Oh, we don't want to chain that skill. That's a low damage skill. This is a good one. We'll do a limit fill buff with Charlotte. Her cover is still up. Yeah, we're good on cover. So we'll do a limit fill buff. You know, we're gonna get the spell, so none of these buffs really matter that much. So we'll do mana regen and shining shear. Alright, we push the threshold. Excellent, excellent. We're gonna pop Warrior Bligh's Limit Burst for the mitigation, because I think the boss is gonna use his attack buff this turn. Yep, he did. So the barrier helps out. Not that we really needed it. As you see, we're still really good on attack or health. All right, so we got the threshold. We got completely dispelled. We lost all our buffs. Got to reapply everything. The boss is still broken for a turn. He is. We're gonna put up Stone Resist or Petrify Resist. We need to hit the boss with Gravity because he's moving forward, so we're going to Gravity the boss and heal the team. Warrior Blight is going to Physical Mitigate. I realize I'm probably talking kind of quickly, but you know, I've done this fight a few times, so it's just like I said, it's just a pattern at this point. And we're going to chain with Rain. The next threshold is at 50%, which we might push next turn. No, we won't actually, because I think we lose triple cast this turn. Next turn, the boss is going to put up his barrier, which we have to dispel and use a limit on. So instead of using a limit this turn and having to dispel the Imperil the very next turn, wait, did I do this right? We're going to just activate Rain's triple cast instead. We got a break. Yeah, we got a break. We need Stone Resist. We'll heal with him. And we'll just do Shining Cheer and Mana Regen with Fina. Yeah, this turn is gonna be kind of like a 0 damage turn almost. Next turn we'll do better. Alright, they put up the barrier at the end of the turn. Yeah, there it is. So that's what we have to dispel and then reapply the Imperil. Which is why I didn't want to waste a lot of time with his Limit Burst last turn. And we got a break again, of course. After you dispel, always remember to re-break the boss. I have had quite a few wipes when I forget to reapply breaks after dispelling. We can maybe push the threshold. No, we didn't. We didn't. Which is fine. We'll just do that. And Warrior Blight literally has nothing to do with we discard him. Alright, threshold will be next turn. Which will be another dispel. Here he comes, moving forward. He's going to start buffing more often now that he moved forward. So we're going to do our big chain here. LFM is going to do an attack buff, so it'll be active next turn. Charlotte, your cover, you have one turn on cover, you're good. So let's push that threshold. Very nice, very nice. Alright, we're going to pop Warrior Blight's Limit for the damage mitigation here. Fina will just heal. Charlotte will just fill a little bit of mana. Alright. Okay, so the boss buff himself. We gotta use Gravity next turn. Oh, LFM got petrified. That's actually kind of a problem, because now she's not gonna rebuff for free, because she's petrified at the start of the turn. Oh, that really sucks. We don't have an attack buff. That That was a bad Petrify that turn. We're gonna do an attack buff anyway, manually, which kind of throws off the rotation a little bit. Ooh, might be a problem. Let's limit with her. We got to use gravity on the boss too. And we're gonna chain with rain. If we actually chain all the way to 50%, to 30%, we might push another threshold, which could make things a little wonky. Oh, we're definitely going to. Oh, we're getting dispelled again. That's annoying. Yeah, we're getting another to dispel this turn. I mean, it's okay, I guess. So we have to break. That's gotta happen. We got the spell. We need heals too. I can do mitigation with Warrior of Light instead this turn. Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to cover with Charlotte. We're going to do Earth Resist instead. Athena will do a Prime Heal and a heal over time. Well, it's not going to be strong enough. That's not going to be strong enough. We're going to have to do Curagia. Let's Curagia and re-raise. I guess my guy. It's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and chain. The next threshold is at 10%. So once again, we don't have Petrify immunity. So if you petrify someone, it's just gonna go off. But we can cure it with 2 different units, so it's okay. And we don't have magic cover this turn. It'll probably be fine. Yeah, he only did an earth attack. He didn't do any magic. No big deal. Alright, so there's his buff. So we gotta dispel that. Athena will dispel that buff and heal the team. Because we dispelled, we gotta break him again. Charlotte will just do regular cover. We don't need her limit burst because we've got Warrior's Light limit burst still. And we need to reapply the Imperil. Again, this is why the boss is super irritating. We do have an attack buff still from Elephant. Yeah. So let's go ahead and use our limit to reapply the Imperil. Warrior of Light, we'll just do physical mitigation for yourself, really. No one else needs it. We're going to get dispelled at 10%. Oh! Again with the Petrifying Elephant. Leave her alone. The problem is, I mean, I can cure the Petrify, but she auto-cast her buffs and breaks at the start of the turn. When she's petrified, that doesn't happen. Oh, that's annoying. What a jerk face. Alright, alright, alright. That's alright. That's alright. Let's cure that Petrify. Let's do an attack buff. No, we don't need to do an attack buff. No, we don't need to. This is a turn we need to reapply our triple cast. So let's do breaks instead. Warrior of Light, your cover has 2 turns, which means mitigation has 2 turns remaining. Let's chain here. We're not going to push the last threshold. Real close, though. Athena, Shining Shear, and Mana Regen. Alright, so that messed us up a little bit. And once again, we're still not petrified immune because we're having to keep petrifying Elephants. They've thrown off the rotation. Alright, here's the death, but we're immune to that. And he does double Earth AoEs in low percentages. That's why you need Earth Resist. We have 100% Earth Resist, and it's still hurt a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna push the threshold here. We gotta hit him with gravity. That's gotta happen. Let's gravity and heal. Rain. Let's. You know, it's possible we even kill the boss right here because this is going to be a big damage turn. We're attack buffed and everything. Yeah, it's very possible we kill the boss right here. He's still imperiled, he is. "14 turns. 14 turns. Very, very nice. Okay. Ifrit Rain, I'm really liking you. Now that he has his Fire Greatsword, it's much smoother with rotation. Not having to waste time with his terrible imbue. Like, Rain's cool and all, but his imbue move is really not good. Wearing that Fire Greatsword and skipping the imbue really smooths out that rotation, increases damage quite a bit. 14 turns on Demon Wall is really impressive, considering my gear is, scrubbed here. Yeah, my gear is really not that good. That could be way better with like a wailed out Ifrit Rain. Alright, 14 turns, Demon Wall, Ifrit Rain. Really liking them. See you guys next time.